This is another calm and peaceful kind of opening screen for a game as well. Kind of like Yakuza, like a dragon. Uh, just some very calming animal noises, nature. I like it, but it makes a lot of sense in Stardew Valley because that's the nature of the game, unlike Yakuza 7, which is, obviously a very action-packed, brutal kind of game. Anyways, what's up, everyone? This is Epo Dempsey Roll, aka Rayo, and today we're playing Stardew Valley. We can get into a little bit about my issues, problems I'm having trying to find a new game to play, but when in doubt, it's always good to fire up Stardew Valley. By the way, this is actually part 14 of our series. Let's get right into it. I feel like I've been playing this game for a whole lot longer than 14 episodes, but that's also because I've been playing this game offline occasionally, and of course I played this quite a lot prior to my streaming, my start as a streamer. Okay, so let's just take it easy, do the repairs that we need to do. All these broken fences. It's a little annoying, but yeah, I just messed that up right there. But we'll get this handled. We'll take care of all this. Got these things in the way. Pardon me if you can hear some kind of like drilling or construction in the background. There's some construction going on. Okay. Let's see, I guess we should take all of this stuff. Like cutlass. Let's just fix these. Fall is almost over. Okay. I think that's all the repairs that needed. Yeah, so ever since finishing Yakuza Like a Dragon, I've been kind of just turning over my head. What am I gonna play? What's good? I have no idea. There's some corn here. It happens every once in a while for me, especially coming off of like a really great game that you just got really absorbed into. You just sort of, or I just sort of start to question like, oh man, what am I going to play next? And inevitably you can't help but compare anything that you're thinking about playing with the thing that you just played. And when it's such a great game as Yakuza 7 was, it's kind of like, I have no idea, like, am I going to like this? I don't know. It's a little unfair, but yeah, that's just kind of how my brain works, I guess. So, I'm thinking about a few things. I'm actually downloading Mad Max. I really enjoy the movies, the Mad Max movies, and Fury Road is probably like one of my favorite movies within the last 10 years or so. I really like that movie. And I hear that the game is actually kind of underrated. It unfortunately came out right at the same time as Metal Gear Solid 4? No, 5. So unfortunately, I guess it kind of got lost under. Oh, these things have grown. Sweet, bok choy. Okay, let's say hi to our chickens. Let's drop off this stuff here. You can sell those. Yeah, so I hear it's pretty good, and I watched some gameplay, and it looks fun, for what it is. Obviously, it's it's a pretty standard open world game, but I hear it's just solid. So we'll give it a shot. I'm not like committing myself to playing it from beginning to end, but it is apparently not a very long game, so that's good too. Oh, my axe is being worked on, I think. I'm getting it upgraded. It's gonna take a little time. So, what am I gonna do? What's like my next big goal, really? I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna hit up the mines. We could probably make another one of these egg things. Let's see, what do we need to make those? Today we'll just kind of look around and think about what we're gonna plan out long term. Okay, so, oh, I said I was gonna sell these. The grapes can turn into wine, but I only have two wine caskets. I think I dropped off both kinds of eggs. Okay, we gotta get a duck. Oh, how about we buy a duck? Or two. And let's see about making another mayonnaise crafting. What is it? Earth crystal and a copper bar plus wood and stone. Earth crystal. Okay, and a copper bar. Okay, let's make that. And wood. There it is. We can make another chest. We can make some stone fences. Okay, I don't think we need to make anything else. Let's put this stuff back. Okay, we're gonna put the egg, the mayonnaise machine right here. Bump. And we'll put an egg there. Check back later. But, you know, at least Stardew Valley is always a good game to come back to and just play and chill out with. Whenever I'm having like a problem thinking about the next game I want to play, it's always good to just fire up Stardew Valley. Also, it's a good game to play if you know, I want to like chat about different things. If I want to just talk about various things going on in streaming or in the news, as I indicated in my title description here, I'd like to talk about Wolverine and the other Sony things. So we can get into that. There's the duck. Let's get a duck. And choose a coop. Let's see. Well, there's only one. Okay, what's the name of our duck? Peanut? I slammed my peanut in the car door. Duck, duck, duck. Oh. How about Howard the Duck? There we go. He's not exactly a lame superhero, but he's a weird one, that's for sure. So now we've got a duck. We gotta take care of it. I think we have to pet it, and it's gonna be a baby. The next thing we should probably think about making is a barn for cows and stuff. So we can do that. Where's my duck? Oh, there he is. Look, he's so tiny. We should also probably make this a little bigger. The chicken coop, but we can get into that a little later. Look at all the fencing that's gone into disrepair. So yeah, let's think about getting a barn. Gonna need a lot more wood and stuff like that, so we can do that now. Oh, it's 3:10. Probably aren't gonna make it back to town in time, but we could have taken a crack at this geode, but that's okay. Cola, eggplant, probably sell the eggplant. So yeah, yesterday was Sony's, it wasn't, they don't call it a state of play, it was like a, you know, basically like a press conference event showcasing all the trailers for games that are going to be coming out in the next, you know, few years really. Spider-Man 2 is, I think they said it's a 2023 game, so it's got quite a ways to wait for that one. And Wolverine, one assumes, is going to be even further away. So, I mean, Insomniac, the developers of both of those games, they're prolific. They make many games, and it's we haven't even finished. We're closing in on a year of PS5. We're getting close, and they've already released 2 games, and are about to release. Like, I mean, they announced 2 more. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy right there. Insomniac is just a bunch of busybodies. It's very impressive. But you know, I feel like the Sony conference was all right. It was pretty good. By my count, we saw one megaton announcement, and you know, of course, what is a megaton? It kind of depends on who you're talking to, but in my opinion, it was just one, and that's really what I'd like to talk about Wolverine. But I think we'll get into that a little later. Okay, so yeah, we missed some birthdays here. I'm not very good at remembering these things, and this is the only place where they mention it. I think you have to check back here, but that's okay. So, how about we just bust up some rocks? Because we're gonna need a lot of those. I don't think I have anything for Abigail, unfortunately. But let's see. They started off with the announcement of KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. Remastered? Remake? I forget what they called it. That's pretty exciting in my opinion. I enjoyed Knights of the Old Republic when it first came out. I played it on PC, but it did come out on Xbox, I'm pretty sure. Bacon, what's up? Remake? Okay, so it's a remake. Now, when they call things remake, that, in my opinion, implies a lot. Like, there's going to be a lot of work being done to it compared to a remaster. In my opinion, a remaster is just going to be taking, like, what's already there in the game and just kind of, like, you know, improving the resolution, the graphics, maybe changing some models, but not, like, an extensive overhaul. Whereas a remake implies, like they might be looking at changing some of the gameplay improvements, you know, something on a more fundamental level that they might be changing. And in fact, now that you mention it, in the interviews, I think they did kind of say that they're going to be thinking about, like, the story and the gameplay and how to bring it to the modern age. Oh, I used my last piece of bait. Because as much as I like that game, it's dated. I think it's fair to say it's quite dated. So, yeah, I think some considerations need to be made in terms of how to bring it into the modern era, how to spruce up the gameplay. I mean, it's a turn-based game. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. Obviously, I played Yakuza 7 and loved it, so that's not the problem. I just think that maybe even in terms of presentation as well, like the way they go about presenting the combat, it could use a little more flair. And I did mention during Mojo's stream, but when I played that game, I actually ran into a bug, a devastating bug right at the end of the game, right at the final boss. And it's kind of crazy how I don't hear many people talking about it, and it's crazy that BioWare had never considered this. I can actually talk about it because it doesn't really spoil anything, but what it comes down to is so Knights of the Old Republic is a party-based RPG. I think when you start the game, you'll probably be by yourself, of course, but, you know, throughout the bulk of the game, you get more party members, up to 3 or 4 at the same time. 3 or 4 party members, which is pretty sweet. Now, because it's a party-based game, you can delegate, you know, the responsibilities of a typical RPG composition to the entire party, right? So, you know, one's going to be the DPS, one's going to be the healer, one's going to be the meat shield, blah blah blah, right? None of what I'm saying is revolutionary. We all know that that's how games work, right? So my character was primarily, I actually ended up making my the main character, I made him more of a support type character. You know, just buffing the rest of the team, blah blah blah, right? And then the rest of the team would be, you know, doing all the heavy lifting in terms of attacking and all of that stuff. Again, that's nothing terribly revolutionary, right? This happens in games.
Where this is going, LOL.
Well, to cut to the chase, right at the end of the game, they take away your party. I think they even say, like, okay, dude, this is, oh, Midnight Carp? I don't think I've ever caught that before. What the heck is this? Shy fish only feels comfortable at night. Midnight Carp. Oh, did they add this in the latest update? Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, we should probably make our way back to town, home. They're kind of like, all right, dude, this is like your own business, so you got to do it, right? Good luck out there, man. Have fun. And it's like, okay, I'm by myself now. The final boss is a solo deal, and my character is not constructed in a way to really fight all that well, right? So that's a big problem, and maybe I would have been able to survive and manage and muddle through somehow, right? By using like items or just healing out healing the enemy, right? And just kind of making it through by attrition. Well, you can't even do that. Why? Because there's this whole gimmick in the final battle where not only must you defeat the final boss, but you have to essentially free a bunch of other Jedis that are encased throughout this stage in what do you want to call it? Like a inhibiting field. Like they're being imprisoned, and you have to free them, right? And how do you free them? Well, you have to use a Jedi-based force attack. And my guy had no force attacks at all. It was ridiculous. It was like, it's a complete oversight in terms of how you design the game. The developers just assumed that that the player would have gotten one. But again, as I said, I didn't feel like it was necessary because I just, you know, gave all the attacking stuff to the party members. All the attacking responsibilities, all of that stuff, I really just left that to the devices of the party. Let's just throw this out. And we'll go to sleep. Completely ridiculous. And I like, believe me, I looked it up at the time. Maybe they patched it, but you know, in terms of release, they did not. There was nothing to do. There's nothing you could do. I tried shooting at it.
That's a huge oversight by the devs.
Yeah, it's a huge oversight, and I think that was like my first little clue after loving BioWare for working on like Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights. That was my first little hint that they weren't as good as they actually seemed to be. If they could make a big ass mistake like that, they could have just solved this problem by having your party accompany you in battle, but you can't. I tried everything. I tried shooting. I didn't have any Sith powers, so I couldn't like use Force Electricity. Force Electricity apparently would have worked. Anything like that, none of that worked. For the good side, for the light side, apparently the best thing to use was throw. Let's see. Notice a chill in the air. It could be the approach of winter. Spirit's Eve. Come to the town at 10 p.m. if you'd like to participate. Oh, that's today? Halloween. Okay, cool. It's basically Halloween. Let's just fix these up. Crap. Placed it in the wrong spot. Yeah, lightsaber throw. Like, I mean, it's something that you've seen in a number of movies, right? Like, they throw the lightsaber and it comes back to them like a boomerang. That's apparently the best choice in the best choice to use for a light side user, which is what I was. I was going for the light side. But I couldn't do shit. Because I didn't even get that. Because I didn't think it was going to be necessary. So basically I had to go to an earlier save file, and good thing I made like several save files. I don't always do that, but I think you know, it's definitely a good idea to keep multiple save files. Yeah, I had to go to an old save file and just replay maybe 5-6 hours worth of gameplay just to ensure that I had 1 point in lightsaber throw. Ridiculous. I still like the game. Can you believe it though? Despite all of that, despite these criticisms, I still think the game is pretty good. Actually, it's pretty great. Like again, for the time. I don't know how well it stacks up today. I still think it's pretty great. And depending on how this new game looks, I might check it out. But that is pretty crazy for the whole game to come down to that. My understanding is that KOTOR 2? Yeah, KOTOR 2 is actually even better than the first game, but it's not made by BioWare. It's actually made by what's that other dev that Xbox bought up? Obsidian? Yeah, I think it's made from Obsidian. The only issue regarding KOTOR 2 was that it was like they say it was unfinished, and that there's a lot of content in it that didn't actually make the final game. And what people have done is that they've actually gone back and put in the cut content and fixed all the bugs, because of course Obsidian games always have a lot of bugs. And now it's really great. But yeah, apparently the story's even better than the first game. And I already thought the first game was super memorable, so that'll be interesting to see. You know, the other interesting thing about KOTOR is that it feels like Disney and LucasArts, they're very much aware of how popular KOTOR is, and they've actually kind of introduced the KOTOR world, like the KOTOR setting, so to speak, into comics and books. And it almost seems like they want to kind of leave that open for a place to go to in terms of like possibly making movies set in the KOTOR world. Now, when I say KOTOR world, what I really mean is like the Old Republic setting, which is like, what is it, like thousands of years prior to the events of the Star Wars movies. Because it's a time where Jedi were not like few in numbers, right? It was like a prolific religious order where there was like tons of them. So it's a different time in that respect, because the way people viewed the Jedi and the fact that there's just so many of them meant that like the scale of the adventures and the kind of like powers and struggles at hand were maybe a lot more epic, or just a different kind of storytelling at least. And that's all thanks to the video game, which was, you know, they originated that, and now Disney and LucasArts are kind of slowly working their way into adopting things that happened in those games into the fiction of their, you know, modern Star Wars universe. The main villain of Knights of the Old Republic, his name is Revan, Darth Revan. He's probably one of the most memorable villains outside of the movies. They actually showed his mask right there at the end of that Star Wars trailer. I was like, holy shit, that's Revan. That's crazy.
Oh no, now they'll ruin it by making a movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the threat of Disney and the rest of them LucasArts ruining the franchise with a movie. There's without spoiling things, there's something about Revan that I think is going to be hard to translate into a movie. There's something kind of unique about that character that I feel like makes it so that like his presence in a game is very original, and I don't know how they would do it for a movie. But yeah, I think what they'll do first is ruin it through books and comics and animated series, and then they'll ruin it through movies. So you know, there's time, but at least the game was good, or two games. At least the two games were good, and we don't have to worry about them ruining it anytime soon. So you have, I mean, it's been out for a long time, the Knights of the Old Republic. So that's a funny thing too, though, that idea of a company sort of retroactively ruining something. Oh, let's see, we've got our steel axe. We can't really upgrade it one more time. We don't have the, oh, actually we need to visit this guy one more time. We've got a geode that he can break. Right here. 5 rocks, lame. That's like gambling in this game, I guess. Oh, look, there's a berry over here. But yeah, it seems like in terms of like Disney's usage of the Old Republic, they're kind of like adapting it a little more. They're not just straight up telling the exact same story. Omelet. A giant omelet. Need 24 eggs? Wow, that's a lot of eggs. Can I do that? Albacore. Well, let's try. We'll have to get another chicken, I think. 24 in 3 days? No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that, to be honest. Well, anyways, let's check out the our new axe and see if it can break the large wooden logs. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, so Disney, they're kind of adapting it. They're not straight up taking the same story of Knights of the Old Republic. They're kind of adapting and expanding on it. So, like, I haven't been following any of that stuff, to be honest. So I really don't know how they're faring with all of that. Wild horseradish? Bullhead? I don't think I need any of these pepper seeds in the summer, which is we're far away from the summer. Catfish. Do I need catfish? Listen to this thing on the left here. I smuggled these goods out of the Gotoro Empire. Why do you think they're so expensive? So that's something about this game that I find really interesting, by the way, is how it takes place in a world that's very similar to just like normal planet Earth. But it's not. It's kind of like a fantasy world. The Gotoro Empire. And the developer of this game has said that his next game is set in the Stardew Valley universe. Oh, okay, cool. We can break these now. It's set in the Stardew Valley universe, but it's not going to be a Stardew Valley game. He said it'll have aspects. Oh crap, there's a train. Are we going to make it in time? I don't think we're going to make it in time. We're too far away from the train. Also, I should probably look into improving my other things like my pick. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Okay, so tomorrow I'll do that. I'll improve my pick. My rock pick. Yeah, so I'm really interested in seeing what the next game from the developer is going to be like. He said actually it's going to be announced kind of soon, so that's really interesting. And it also sounds like he's kind of slowing down on the updates for Stardew Valley, which is fine. I mean, he's been updating it for free for several years now. And I just recently read that this game sold like 10 million units or something completely obscene like that. It's far and away the most successful game in this category, this genre, especially when you compare it to like Harvest Moon or Rune Factory. It's like, I mean, a single Rune Factory game, take even like the last two or Harvest Moon combined, they would not have achieved like the amount of sales of Stardew Valley. And part of that is because this game really kind of revolutionized the genre. It brought in so many new ideas and took it to another level. So yeah, kudos to the dev. Concerned Ape. Ooh, dang, I'm full. Well, let's just throw some stuff out. What's this? Mahogany Seed? Can be planted to grow a mahogany seed? A tree? The heck? I've never seen that before. Oh, what's this thing? Old Master Cannoli, still searching for the sweetest taste. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever did that, but apparently you can give that statue, like the sweetest fruit in the game or something, and then something will happen. I really don't know. So let's clear some space out. Actually, we can do this. 10 days. We have 10 days. We might be able to do it. 24 eggs. We'll have to buy another chicken. Okay. Let's just put some... Okay, let's just get out of here. Go back to our house and organize our stuff. we're basically making preparations for the next month, which is going to turn over in 2 days. Oh yeah, and it's Halloween today, so we'll go over to the Halloween event right after I drop off some stuff. But yeah, okay, so that was KOTOR. That was the first thing they showed. Interesting, very interesting. And Sony is actually publishing that game for home console. It'll be another company that'll be publishing it for PC. But that's also very noteworthy in my opinion. It's very interesting how that has shaped out. I wonder what it's going to, what that'll mean for like future games. It's kind of interesting to think how Sony and Disney have really built up a relationship over these years. So, you know, and that includes, of course, Spider-Man and now Wolverine. The next game that they showed was that Project Eve or something along those lines, and there really isn't much to say about it at this point. It looks like a fairly competent action game slasher. Wait a minute, where's the Halloween thing?
Looks cool.
Crap. Yeah, it looks cool. The action looks good. Wasn't the Halloween? Hold on, I'm so confused. Where's the skills? No. Is it down here? No. Is it tomorrow? It might be tomorrow or at the end of the month. You know, Korean game development, like for so long, I would think like, oh, Spirit's Eve is tomorrow. Yeah, okay. For so long, I was like, man, these games look really cool. The characters look cool, the graphics, and the action looks really great, like in Black Desert and so many other Korean action games. But they were always MMOs, right? Nearly all of them were always like MMOs. So I'd always be like, well, you know, as interesting as it looks, I'm not going to play an MMO. So, you know, they basically don't even exist to me. Like, they're just a total write-off. So it's kind of cool that they're getting into that now. Getting into like making single player games, and hopefully that'll play out for them. Hopefully it'll be good, so long as it doesn't have like stupid microtransactions or anything like that. I mean, who can say at this point? Maybe it will, but it looks good so far. Okay, so I said I was going to get a duck tomorrow, so I'll have to remember to do that. We'll cut this. But really there isn't much more to say about it. I don't know if there's any, like, developer involved that we might know of, or the music or anything like that. It just looks competent and good, but, you know, we'll see. And then, I don't know, like, that whole middle phase between, like, you know, the first 2 to 3 games and then the last 3 or 4 games, just completely forgettable, right? Nothing too great announced then. I think I'm probably more interested in Forspoken compared to everyone else that was watching Mojo's stream the other day. You guys. You and Mojo streaming. I feel like I'm probably like more interested in Forspoken compared to everyone else, but I actually have to watch the trailer again because crap, that was a hard one. I wonder what it was. When I was watching the stream, I didn't get really any sound, right? I couldn't hear the dialogue for any of the trailers because I could only really hear you and Mojo, right? So I'll have to watch it again. But apparently the dialogue in Forspoken was really bad. Like, the writing was like, I heard people kind of comparing it to like when old people try and write young characters to sound cool. Like that's kind of what I heard about the dialogue. I don't know. I'll have to watch it again because I couldn't really hear much. But if that's the case, that's really unfortunate. Because it sounds like you know, they're already in the process of recording dialogue. Like it sounds like they're really deep into this game, so I don't know if that's something they can really address at this point. And the writing just might be bad. At least as far as like the actual dialogue of the character goes, right? Maybe the story is good, but the writing, it could be bad. The dialogue, so I'll have to check it out again. And really, that was the last game that kind of interested me until we got to the last few games. It's really not even worth mentioning some of that stuff that was in the middle. Frickin' Borderlands? Get the hell out of here, Borderlands. Some vampire game. And yeah. Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto? Whoop-de-doo. The funny thing is Grand Theft Auto is going to sell like crazy. As it always does, right? It's amazing how Rockstar... You have to remember, it's actually kind of crazy to think about how Grand Theft Auto 5 was released on the PS3 and Xbox 360. That's crazy. It was so long ago. And and then they put it out on PS4, and now they're putting it out on PS5. It's so old. It's actually also kind of amazing that that game kind of performed as well as it did on the PS5.
All because of RP.
Yeah, I guess RP has really kind of stretched out the lifespan of that game. Had it not been for that, yeah, maybe they would have considered making a new game. Oh lord, I placed the wrong fence. Also this one here. Ooh, just bruck it up. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? So, I've actually tried to watch like a RP stream like once or twice just because, excuse me, I had heard that it's a thing. And it's really awesome. And I was like, man, I just must be like too old for this shit or something, because I don't get it. I do not get it. Not for me. Okay, so we're gonna get a duck.
We're getting too old for this.
Yeah, but that being said, there's definitely older streamers as well playing RP, but they have, like, you know, they're making money off of it, so it's like their job now. But as far as like a thing to have fun with, I don't know. But you know what, actually, I guess it's the same kind of thing as any kind of role-playing game, right? Like I've watched some streams. I've tried to watch some streams of role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons. There's a very popular group that do D&D role-playing. Matt Mercer, a voice actor who voiced Majima, actually. Hey, look, it's Willie. He's fishing over here. Interesting. Well, let's throw a line while we wait for the animal lady to open up her store. And it's like, I don't get that either. You know, I really don't understand. Woohoo, look at this fish. I really don't understand that. Role-playing, like I kind of get it, of course,
or they
but
just have a different sense of humor.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think if you were to do it, and if you were to do it with some friends, you could probably have a lot of fun. But I mean, for me, just to watch it, I feel like I'm just watching other people have fun. I don't know. It doesn't seem fun to watch necessarily. But maybe you could say that about streaming in general, right? Streaming games. You're just kind of watching other people have fun. Alright, so we're buying a duck. Oh wait, I did buy a duck already. Oh yeah, we can buy another chicken. Maybe even 2. Okay, Bacon. Do you got any name ideas for this chicken? Think of a lame superhero or supervillain, and we can name it that. Got any ideas? Do. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. Let's bring up a list somewhere. Let's see. Lame.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders? Wait, is that a supervillain? That's the chicken guy. What's up, Goro, by the way? I'm trying to think of
a good name for a chicken.
Good name for a chicken. Hey, superheroes. Do you remember in Wizard magazine there was like the Mort of the month? I'm thinking along the lines of that. Hey, I brought up a list and it said Jubilee. Jubilee's not lame. Doorman? That sounds pretty lame. Color Kid. Matter Eater Lad. I feel like I had seen that in a list for sure. Big Bertha? That's a good one.
Crazy Quilt.
Crazy Quilt? Okay, there you go. Let's go with that. Crazy Quilt? I don't even know who that is, but we'll go with it. Crazy Taxi. Oops.
Batman villain.
A Batman villain. Crazy Quilt. Oh, that just fit. Nice. Well, I think that this little chicken that we have got now, it's too early for it to lay eggs, so...
Damn, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look that one up. Batman villain. Oh, you know what? We might as well... I wanted to talk about Wolverine. Might as well get into that. Now, I was reading some people, their impressions of it, and they were like... You know, a small amount, but not insignificant. They were kind of like, oh, of all the Marvel heroes, of all the X-Men that you could do, why Wolverine? I'm so sick of Wolverine. Well, it's not... It's a pretty obvious answer, really. He's like... one of the most popular Marvel superheroes, like, prior to the whole, like, you know, Marvel cinematic era that we're living in, it was really Wolverine. Wolverine and Spider-Man. And the only evidence you really need is to see how many times both Wolverine and Spider-Man would show up in other people's comics to boost sales, right? They were like mercenaries. They would basically show up in something that was like, you know, kind of lacking in sales in Fantastic Four or whatever, and be like, oh, guest starring Spider-Man. Like, dude, I can tell you, like, I definitely bought comics just because I saw Wolverine on the cover. It didn't matter if it was, you know, it didn't matter if it was Fantastic Four or something like super lame. Like, I would buy it just because it had one of those guys on it.
I got back into X-Men stuff in the past year. Everything from the 90s Jim Lee stuff to cartoon and movies.
Nice. So, have you been following any of the modern stuff? What's his name? Jonathan Hickman? I hear it's pretty interesting, but I
No,
haven't read
nothing
any.
modern.
The Grant Morrison era was pretty great in my opinion. Those are kind of like the last few comics that I remember, like the last few X-Men comics that I remember really enjoying. Grant Morrison stuff, and those were timed around the same time as the movie, actually, right? That's kind of the era where they changed the outfits to reflect the movie more. Like they gave them all leather outfits too, which in hindsight is kind of lame, but I guess it was just one of those necessary things that they had to do. But there was that, and Warren Ellis, I liked some of those stories too. He turned Forge into a bad guy. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know what Forge is up to these days, or if he's dead. I have no idea, but I think they may have killed him at the end of a Warren Ellis run, when he was like revealed to be a villain. And his whole rationale for being a bad guy, I can't even recall why, but I remember thinking it was kind of like an amusing like kind of like logic routine that he went through in order to do what he did, and then he didn't even realize that he was being a villain. Yeah, so there was some people who were like, lame, like Wolverine, but in my opinion, like from a business standpoint, it makes all the sense in the world, right? It's bloody Wolverine, for God's sakes. Like, you're not gonna follow up, like, these people don't get it, right? You don't follow up Spider-Man with Moon Knight. as cool as an insider kind of choice that might be, like a cool hipster choice, that's not like the business choice. If you intend to make just as much sales as Spider-Man, if not more, you don't make a Ghost Rider video game. As sad as I am to say that, right? No, you make Wolverine. Even Iron Man, like, it's kind of like, Iron Man, he's obviously very popular now thanks to the movies, but you have to recall that Iron Man prior to the movies, he was a B tier, I'm sorry to say. Like, yeah, Iron Man was not super cool. He was not an A tier hero. He was cool, but not super cool and loved in the same way that Wolverine and Spider-Man is, right? So even now that, like, he's kind of phased out of the cinematic universe.
Plus, it's been over 10 years since we got a Wolverine game.
That's true. Yeah, it's been over 10 years. It's been quite a while. So yeah, we've kind of reverted back to an era where, you know, Iron Man is obviously popular, but he's just not the guy. So it's
Wish I had that one. In hindsight, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. My brother played that and he liked it, actually. I don't think we have it anymore, unfortunately. But I imagine that people are going to be trying to seek it out nowadays, I guess. Okay, so what are we doing? Did I water these?
Also, there is an Avengers game that has recently tanked.
Yeah, I think they're slowly kind of like... Oh my god, I'm overexhausted. I think they're slowly kind of bringing it to a level where it's going to be okay. They just had invested so much money into it that it would be a big it would be really unwise for Square Enix and Eidos to drop it now. So they're investing more money to make it a game that's going to be like a real lasting kind of experience. They recently announced kind of like the plans for the foreseeable future. I mean, they want it to be kind of like a Destiny experience where it's like this perennial game that people are going to come back to, but game developers don't seem to realize that Destiny, Warframe, those are like one of a kind games where it's really hard to replicate the success of those games. I think it's safe to say. And it takes a lot of money. And of course, Square Enix has the money, but do they have the time? Do they have the talent? That's the other problem, right? The time is the other thing, because...
Also, a good video game comic book character brings his own set of villains, world, and means of traversal and combat.
Yes, and that's an interesting point, because that's the other thing I was thinking about with regards to Wolverine. I think it's pretty safe to say that they are not simply going to reskin Spider-Man. You cannot simply take Spider-Man and everything that they did so well in that game and just like superimpose Wolverine on it and kind of like, you know, dust off your hands and say job well done, right? It takes... Wolverine is going to take his own kind of considerations to make a good Wolverine game. And I think that comes down to even like the fundamentals of the movement, as you said, the traversal in the game. Spider-Man obviously is a hero who can move very swiftly, very nimble and agile through the city, flipping around and all of this stuff. I would wager to say that you're not going to be seeing that.
I would be surprised if they did that. Does not seem like Insomniac style.
No, it isn't Insomniac style, and we know from Ratchet & Clank that they're very much capable of making games that are a more structured, linear experience, so to speak. In fact, they're extremely good at it from everything that I've seen of Ratchet & Clank. In fact, they're getting better at it with every game that they make, right? I think I've played all 3 Resistance games that they made in the PS3 era, and they just seem to get better and better. But yeah, so like I'm going to say, I'm gonna put my speculation hat on, and I'm gonna say that Wolverine is not going to be an open world game, at least not to the extent of Spider-Man. It could be an open world game on kind of a smaller scale, kind of like how God of War, the new God of Wars were kind of like open world-ish, kind of, but still very structured around like going through, you know, a set path, and then, you know, funneling out into these bigger open areas and then funneling back in through like, you know, corridors and more designed
it's
areas.
It's still very linear.
Yeah, it's still very linear at the end of the day, and I suspect that Wolverine's going to be kind of like that. It just seems to me like the game, or the character rather, lends himself to an experience like that. And I would even go as far to say that it might be kind of like Uncharted or The Last of Us, actually. Well, let's take a quick look at this Halloween event here. We'll talk to these people and then we'll get back to it. But Aunt Marnie, I want to go on the maze. I'm not scared. Hi, Evo. Have you had a productive fall? Sort of. I'm too scared. So there's just up ahead is the corn maze. We'll do that last. Ooh, a rare crow. How much money do I have? Oh crap, it's kind of expensive. I kind of want the rare crow. Let's just get the jack-o'-lantern. We'll put that out. Okay. I don't want to spend too much cash. Don't get too close to the cage. I have no idea how these skeletons are walking. Creepy. Why is there no more pumpkin ale? One of my iridium-infused maces would make quick work of these things. Oh, badass. Look out, we got a badass here. Hi, sorry, mouthful of blackberries. I get scared very easily. I'll leave the haunted maze to the younger people. Vincent's upset that I won't let him go into the haunted maze, but he's just a little boy. My boy! I haven't seen Maru in hours. I hope she's alright. She's stuck in the maze. Well, winter's almost here. It's a great time to stockpile wood and stone. That's probably what I'm going to be doing in the winter. Why, hello, Epo. It's chilly, isn't it? It's a lot of fun to cook with pumpkin. Such an interesting fruit. Is pumpkin a fruit? I guess so. I'll come to any event with free grub. You won't see me in the haunted maze, though. Pam is the local drunk. Lewis, good evening, Epo. Have you ventured into the haunted maze yet? It's quite spooky. Here's that little kid. Mother won't let me go into the maze, sob. Mother. Here's Emily. She's the character that I romanced in my first playthrough of the game. Did you like the jack-o'-lanterns? I carved them myself. I thought they were dumb. Just kidding. Okay, so let's go into the maze. This is a top-tier maze, very hard to get through. Harvey, oh, you found me. The truth is, I got too scared, so I came back to hide here. Don't tell anyone. There's Maru. I think I've already been this way. No, wait, she's lost. Like, the exit's right there if you want to leave. Look at these creepy, spooky Halloween hands. Ooh. Ooh. The vapor from this cauldron, it's making my head spin, but I can't seem to leave. I don't think I can get in here. Look, it's a Baba Yaga chicken-legged house. So there's something secret that you can get here. And I'll try and get it. There's something weird over there, but how do I get it? Yeah, see? He's talking about this treasure. There's a way to get it. Let's see if I kind of remember. I can't go on spiders. It's big-ass spiders. Can't blame her, it's creepy. And then eggs, too? Gross. I don't think these say anything, no. That's odd, it's just a dead end up ahead. Or is it? Seed? Oh, look at this. Look, there's the wizard and the local homeless person hanging out. They're pals, I suppose. And here we are. Here's the treasure. A golden pumpkin. I think the purpose of the golden pumpkin is to sell it for a bunch of money. I think that's the main thing. And I think that's pretty much all you can do on Halloween during this Halloween event. Is there another hidden exit? Let's see. But yeah, getting back to Wolverine, it kind of made me think about Uncharted. Now, if you put Uncharted on easy, if you take any Uncharted game on easy, it actually becomes a totally different game. And it's not just because it's like super easy. It actually becomes like you become an action hero in like the 90s 80s sense, right? Bullets just fly past you, you get hit by them, it doesn't matter, and you can run up to enemies and smack them. And it's something where the games, starting with Uncharted 3 and onwards, they actually include a really interesting combat system that's kind of very cinematic.
That sounds pretty cool, lol.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. It's I always play Uncharted games on normal, but then I fire it up, and I might not finish it, but I like to play a little bit on super easy, just because, yeah, you're just a super awesome action hero. And the other thing I wanted to say was, you don't have to rely on guns as much anymore. You can kind of shoot your way towards the enemies. Now, most Uncharted games, when you're playing on normal or hard, you're just going to be kind of ducking behind cover most of the time, right? But if you put it on easy, you can be a whole lot more aggressive, shoot like just as a means to run towards the enemies, advance on them, and then smack them up with some melee. And yeah, as I was saying with Uncharted 3, they really made strides in the combat where famously they called it punch lasers, and Kojima himself was discussing the punch lasers and how he found them so fascinating, right? Where when you press the melee button, essentially a bunch of like lasers are sent out from the point where you press the button out into the world around you, and when it makes contact with something around the world, then it becomes an interactable thing rather than just simply the standard normal punching melee attack. So, you know, if you press melee and you're close to like you know, a jar or a beer bottle, instead of the normal punch, he picks up the sword or the beer bottle and smashes it against the guy, right? And that's something that you're actually not going to see too much when you play normal mode, normal or hard difficulty, because you never want to get close into combat, right? You're always going to be shooting from far away. So suddenly you're watching all of these cool attacks and you're like, damn, this is like a whole different game, right? It's really neat. I remember in Uncharted 3, there's like this marketplace scene, and one time, again, the punch lasers came into effect. I pressed the melee attack, and Drake picked up a fish, like a big fish, and he smacked the guy with the fish. I thought that was so awesome. It's sweet. Okay, so there's something that we can craft here. Let's do that before I forget. There's something that somebody wants. It's barley? Crap. Look at all the pumpkins. Isn't that awesome? Sweet. Wheat, hay. Huh. Bok choy. Oh, hops. Don't I have any hops? Oh, this is it. Right here. I think someone wants a special beer crafted from hops. Pale ale? Yeah, I think you can make an IPA out of hops. So let's do that. There you go. So, okay, wait, let's look at this. Remember to eat healthy or you won't have enough energy to work hard, including my favorite recipes, spaghetti. Okay, cool, we got a recipe for spaghetti, but we don't even have a kitchen yet, so that's kind of unfortunate. Let's get all these pumpkins. So yeah, that's a Uncharted is of course a Naughty Dog game. It's not Insomniac, but Insomniac and Naughty Dog are kind of like cousins at this point, right? Like they've been kind of like bosom buddies since the beginning on PS1. Naughty Dog would make Crash Bandicoot, and then Insomniac made Spyro, right? And then on the PS2, Insomniac made Ratchet and Clank, and then Naughty Dog made Jak and Daxter. And then on PS3, things get a little less similar, but, you know, obviously on PS3, Naughty Dog kind of kicked things into high gear and kind of became like a force to be reckoned with Uncharted and The Last of Us, and Insomniac would made games like Resistance, which while I think they were good games, they weren't on the same scale, and they weren't as well liked as Naughty Dog's games. And they still stuck around with Ratchet and Clank, whereas it seemed like Naughty Dog kind of left behind the whole mascot platformer shooter genre. They kind of left it behind. Okay, so let's fix these. And all that's to say that it's not like Insomniac is suddenly going to just make a... Oh, hold on a sec. I think we have something that we can do there with that. That they're just going to make a Naughty Dog style game, but I think it's fair to say that they'll liberally crib from each other's playbook, if it means that a better game can be made. So yeah, there's a number of people who weren't too terribly excited about, not a number, but like, you know, there was some people out there that weren't terribly excited about a Wolverine game, just because Wolverine is so like, you know, just too popular, I guess. Not the cool insider choice. But the other thing was, like, I saw someone mention that his rogues gallery isn't isn't as interesting as other heroes. And you know what? I kind of disagree because if you're gonna compare his rogues gallery to Spider-Man or Wolverine, sorry, Spider-Man or Batman, well, sure, they simply aren't. They aren't as classic. They aren't as memorable, I guess, as those. But those are some of the best examples out there, right? Of rogues galleries. When it, Batman.
Yeah, but his rogues gallery includes the X-Men universe to some extent and other heroes, like Hulk.
Yeah, and you know what? Did you notice that there was a license plate in the bar that said HLK 182 or something like that? Referring to referring to Hulk and his Wolverine's appearance in Hulk or something like that.
What?
So could there be a Hulk encounter? That would be very cool. I'm just saying. But while they aren't as
that would be amazing.
Right. While they aren't as classic or as memorable as all that, as the Batman and Spider-Man ones, I think they're still pretty good, right? Man, just, you know what? They're good boss enemies. Let's put it that way. They're good enemies for him to beat up. They might not be like the Joker, right? But Omega Red, like a cool Omega Red boss battle, it's just gonna be
Sabretooth, Omega
freaking
Red.
awesome. Yeah, those are the two that I would love to see the most. Sabretooth and Omega Red. Sabretooth is like a done deal. You gotta have him. Omega Red is kind of I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna be too sweet. It's just gonna make for a really fun punch up. As far as someone to punch and beat up, you really can't beat it. Unbeatable. He's got a great bunch of guys in terms of people that you can punch. What was the name of that guy? Cyborg or something like that? He kind of just had cybernetic arms. Even a guy like that, he's not terribly interesting, but yeah, he's gonna be a good guy to beat up.
I know who you mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He wears a mask that covers just the top portion of his face. And yeah, you as you were saying, Goro, you get the entire X-Men villain cast by extension as well, right? I don't think we're gonna see Mr. Sinister, since that guy's more of a
The Hand, Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah, the Hand, Lady Deathstrike. Mr. Sinister is more of a Cyclops kind of Summers family-oriented villain. But hey, how about this? I bet we're gonna get a flashback to Weapon X. That'll be pretty cool too, right? Naked ass Wolverine running around slashing people up with the big ass VR helmet on his head. I bet on it. I could see that happening.
Yes, that is one of the things I'm really looking forward to.
Nice, yeah, for sure.
And in the forest with the bear.
And the bear. Do you remember the bear in what was it, Logan? Or no, the bear was in Wolverine. The Wolverine? The second Wolverine movie. I thought that was cool.
Is Silver Samurai a Wolverine villain?
Yes, he is.
There was a bear in Logan.
In Logan. Okay. Wait. In Logan? Oh, wait. Was there? I'm confused now.
Oh no, Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine. The first one was Wolverine, and the second one was the Wolverine, I think. Yeah, Silver Samurai, and
At
oh
the
yeah,
beginning.
the beginning. I actually really liked that beginning. It was a very strong start to that movie. That's the other thing that I'm actually hoping for too, is that the movie, the game has a kind of globe-trotting feel to it, you know? Again, kind of like Uncharted, where, yeah, like he's just gonna go around to different countries, like Madripoor, like which is like some vague in Asian country that's made up, right? And it actually appeared in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Madripoor, which is actually super exciting too, because you have to imagine that like Wolverine was in the same place in the bar somewhere or at some point in time. But yeah, like Wolverine is a character that's traveled all over the place, so it's really easy to imagine him going to all different kinds of places. Maybe he starts off in Canada, like frickin' Calgary, Alberta or something. Right? And then he makes his way to like New York, right? You gotta have New York. And then you gotta have a flashback at some point. And where else? Okay, Madripoor. Yeah, I guess Japan, of course, right? Like that would be really cool to have a Japan episode. A Japan chapter. Fight some ninjas. Yeah, there's so much you could do. It's really exciting, and I wonder how much like how much leeway are they gonna give Insomniac in terms of like who they can feature? Like they kind of teased the Hulk in that teaser trailer, but like who else could they have? You know, like it's really interesting to think about. There's so much. Hardwood fence, garlic seeds, spring, salmon, sturgeon. Pufferfish. Oh, I could buy this amaranth. Someone needs that. Oh, but it's closed now. She's closed. Is there something I can eat? Because my stamina is mad low. Okay, let's head back up and see if there's something I can eat. Oh, you know what? I think the next thing I want to do is build the kitchen, upgrade the house, so I can build a kitchen and then start like crafting food. Because yeah, I have recipes and I have a bunch of ingredients, and once I can make food, it'll be a lot easier to have energy throughout the day to do different things, and you get buffs from food as well. So we'll have to do that, which means I need to get a lot more wood and stone and make money too. But that'll be my next goal, I guess. So how about we once this day is complete, I'll take a little break after that, and then we can get back into things. Da, da, da. Let's chill here.
Oh, on a completely different topic, you guys heard about Yoko Taro's new game?
Oh, it's a card game, isn't it? I don't know any more than that. What do you know about it? All I know is that it's a card game.
We don't know much about it.
What is it like voice?
There's a teaser trailer, but it tells us nothing.
Oh, okay, I should check that out. It's like voice of something or other? The art looks good. I also know that Yoko
Voice
Taro...
of Cards, Isle of Dragon Roars.
Voice of Cards, Isle of Dragon Roars. Okay, well, whatever. I also know that the Yoko Taro has gone on record as saying that it's not part of the Drakengard / Nier universe. But that's all I really know. But that does fall in line with what you were saying earlier about Yoko Taro games, was that he doesn't like making the same game twice or repeating himself all too much. So I feel like for the foreseeable future, like, yeah, these are the kind of games that we're going to be seeing from him. These kind of experiences, card games, and then there was like two mobile games, mobages, and yeah, maybe that's gonna be the extent of Yoko Taro type games that we'll see from him for the next little while. Which, you know, I'd rather play a game that's bigger and juicier, like a game like Nier Automata. But you know, the card game, I could be convinced to check it out, so long as it's not you know, a completely exploitative game trying to get your money, which I think he also said too that it wasn't going to be... man, I don't know if you saw that tweet, Bacon, but yeah, he used a term that isn't commonly used in North America, but it seemed to suggest that it wasn't going to be like a mobile game in the sense that it was going to like fleece you for money. But I don't know. He used some term. He said it was going to be, or it was not going to be.
It's not a social game.
A social game is the term he used, yeah, which is some kind of terminology used to reflect. It's sometimes used to describe mobile games. Apparently, in Japan, I don't know. Have you played any of those, that Nier mobile game or the other one, Sino Alice? Have you played those?
I tried Sino Alice.
Like, okay. But I guess you didn't get really too into it. Like, I mean, the story could be interesting in those games, but, like, if it's just conveyed through text and cards, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be too appealing to me, personally. Which is funny, because oftentimes in Nier games, there's always...
The story is interesting, but still a gacha game at the end of the day.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just need that presentation of like a, you know, like a big proper game to really sell on the story. That's how I feel, at least. But you know, a card game could be interesting to me, because I do enjoy card games from time to time. I've played Hearthstone, I've played Gwent, I played recently I forget the name, but yeah, I played a fair amount of card games, so I mean it. Oh no, I'm gonna faint. Oh crap, I slept. I stayed out too late. I was talking too much. My bad. Now I'm gonna have some money taken away from me. And it's winter. Take a look. It's winter now. Dear Mr. Ipo, last night a JoJo team member found you incapacitated. They took $531 from me. God damn. Oh well. So yeah, you can't grow anything in the winter. So you have to kind of figure out, what else am I gonna do in the winter time? Well, I like to spend time. Hey, we got a baby duck. Wait, we got two? Howard and what's this guy's name? Oh, Crazy Quilt. Okay. We got two ducks. All right. Okay. Let's see. Can I make a chest? Oh, I can. Let's make a second chest. Let's throw away this piece of coal or this wood. We don't really need it. Let's put this chest inside. Just right here. And we can store these eggs in here for later use.
The cards we see from the trailer seems to focus more on story instead of gameplay.
Huh. I mean, yeah, it's just the trailers.
So it might not be an actual card game.
Oh man, so it's just like a game where you read stories through cards and collect them? That would be really weird. But I'd be kind of interested. I don't know. Does that appeal to you? I don't know. You know, back in the day, the primary way I came to understand the DC universe, or sorry, the Marvel universe, was through the cards. Through Marvel Superhero Series 1, Marvel Superhero Series 2, X-Men Card Series 1 and 2. Those were like the primary ways for me to understand the Marvel universe, how I got to learn about the lore and the backstory of all the characters, because, you know, I didn't get all the comics, like, and of course, I guess it was a little easier to kind of understand the universe at the time, because to catch up on the history, because you know, let's say a lot of Marvel comics started in the 60s, and then I was reading about the cards and their history in the 80s. Well, that's only like 20 years worth of history, right? In the mid to late 80s, I was learning about them. So that's only about 20 years worth of history that can be like encapsulated in cards. But it's a little harder now that, like, you know, it's 2021, right? So there's just so much more history. There's just so much to really understand. And in fact, you don't even really need to understand all that much about like the past history of various characters. At the end of the day, you can just happily ignore a good chunk of it and just enjoy modern stories right now. But yeah, that's kind of how I learned a lot about the Marvel universe. It wasn't through comics, but it was through the cards. So when you're telling me that this game could potentially be about just story, it reminds me of that, and I don't know, it could be kind of interesting in a sense.
The key word from the trailer is story driven by your imagination.
Story driven. Wow, that's so unusual. I really don't know what to make of that, to be honest, right? That's very interesting. It kind of gets you thinking about what it could be and what it could have. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, it's got to have some kind of gameplay. So, yeah, I wonder. But really, we don't know anything much more beyond that, and it could. Okay, so let's go north and then.
I did make a video talking about it. Check it out if you get a chance. LOL.
Oh, I'll definitely will. Thank you for letting me know. By the way, anyone watching this now or in the future on YouTube, that's Bacon Beer Can chatting with me. We also have Goro in the house, but Bacon has a YouTube channel with Mojo and Hybrid, and it's the Ludens Query on YouTube, so check it out. And I definitely will check out that video. I'm gonna see how much it costs to upgrade my house. Upgrade the house. Holy smokes, 10,000 G and 450 bits of wood. Damn, that's a whole lot more than I thought. I'm gonna have to make a lot more money. Well, okay, fine. Let's get some food and then we'll go into the dungeon, because that's really the main thing I like to do in winter, is go to the dungeons. I suspect we might learn more about it at Tokyo Game Show. That's kind of like at the end of the month, isn't it? So, you know what? I really don't have high hopes for Tokyo Game Show. I haven't for several years now. It's just not an event that I hotly anticipate. I always kind of try and pay attention to what...
Yoko did say not to look too deep into things since nothing is finalized.
Oh, okay, wow. Maybe it's like really early in production at this point. Oh, we got a little cinema here with our pal, Elliot. Ebo, come in. I forget to go into the houses of the people. We can get a little cinematic things. Welcome to my humble, shack. Oh, I said I was going to take a break. This is my writing desk. It's where I spend most of my time. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to be a writer. Have I told you that? That's why I live out here by myself. I figured a lonely life by the sea would help me focus on my literary aspirations. Everyone back home said I was nuts, that I could never make it as a writer. Can you believe it? They said for every successful author there's 1,000 who fail miserably. Such pessimism. It's sickening. I can see it in your eyes. You believe in me, Ippo. You've got that spark. Now that's inspiring. That's what I'm looking for. A question. What kind of books do you like, Ippo? Mystery, romance, or sci-fi? Let's say mystery. Mystery, huh? It's definitely an exciting genre. I'll remember that. So he ends up publishing a book, I guess. Well, enough talk about me. You probably know a lot about plants, don't you? Kind of, I guess, seeing as how I have a farm. Would you mind taking a look at this rose here? I'm afraid it's not doing so well. Well, the key here is water. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's new. You can sit on the chairs. It's covered in notes and crumpled paper. So this Elliot guy here, he's one of the potential like romantic candidates that you can have. And apparently he's one of the best in terms of like actually being useful. Because once you marry someone in this game, they live on your farm. And he actually waters the plants for you sometimes. I've never done that in this game. I've never gotten that far. But it sounds like not every character will do that for you. So that's pretty neat. And he's also just like a cool dude, I guess. Thanks for talking with me. I'll be thinking about what you said. But we won't be romancing Elliot. Ooh, piano. Pianer. So let's head up north. Oh yeah, wait. First I'm gonna get some food. And then we'll head up north to the caves, and then I'll take a little break, and then we can do some cave action. Let's get this trout suit. Let's get like 3 of them. It's not actually the best to use for the caves, but it's a pretty decent price. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to, Bacon or Goro, if you're still here, in terms of seeing something at Tokyo Game Show? Now, there's a show. I don't know if you're going to do any bets, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm anticipating any megatons, to be honest. That was really funny, by the way, the whole megaton thing yesterday. Just because, yeah, I don't know.
Not expecting any megaton there.
Yeah, like when it comes to Tokyo Game Show and these big companies, like, my feeling is that they'll save anything big for like a Western event, because that's when they know they'll get the most eyeballs on it, rather than like you know, Tokyo Game Show itself. Despite the fact that they're Japanese developers, yeah, they'd rather just reserve any big megatons, any big heavy hitters for an actual, like, you know, Gamescom or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna put some of this crap away. Oh, this amaranth. Well, anyways. Hoe, we don't need a hoe. This is a no-hoe zone. No watering can. I don't think we even need the axe. Sword and... Yeah. Okay. So let me take a little break, and I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll hit up this cave, see what we can find there. Let's just put this up here. All right, be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I said I was gonna get into this dungeon, the mines. One of the goals is to get to the bottom. So I don't think I'll be able to do that right now, but we'll try to get as far as we can get. I tried buying a stronger weapon, but these guys are still pretty tough. So, yeah, I'm still trying to think about what's like the next kind of game that I'm really gonna get into. I'm actually downloading Mad Max, not right now, but I started it and then I paused it while I stream. I figure I might give that a shot, try it a bit. I hear it's underrated. Yeah, as I mentioned before, it actually came out around the same time as Metal Gear Solid 5. So basically everyone forgot that it even existed. Thanks to MGS5. Okay, let's get out of here. It's too spicy with all these bats. And we'll try again. Time to eat some of this. I might as well get another one. Okay. It is possible to find better weapons here, so maybe we'll get lucky and get one. And yeah, I hear Mad Max is an underrated game, as I said, and I'm not sure if I like totally am sold on the game, but I don't know. I'm just really trying to think of something to play, and I don't know. It was there on Plus, so let's just give it a shot. I figure. I think that the environments might kind of get boring to me. It's like, you know, really just desert, right? I feel like I might get bored of that, but we'll see. The other game I was thinking about playing was XCOM 2. I haven't played that yet. I really like XCOM, the first game. Never played any of the old ones in the 90s or the 80s, or whenever it came out. But the modern ones, the first one at least, I enjoyed it a lot. I actually played it twice. Once on PS3, and then I actually played it on my iPad. And it was actually pretty good on the iPad. So, yeah.
I got pretty far into XCOM 2 but gave up.
Gave up because it was like just too... The whole like percentage thing, that's the thing I hear that like everyone hates, right? The bloody percentage. You can be right in front of an alien's face and
it's pretty bad.
Yeah. And you can't even like save scum that. You can't like reload and try again. It's always going to be the same score, I think. The same result.
And lots of silly ambush.
Yeah. It's things like that where I'm not entirely sure if I'll enjoy XCOM 2. I'm not sure. So I'm still thinking. Not 100% sure. But I figure I might as well play something that's on Plus. That way I don't have to actually spend money right now. What's it called? Tales of Arise. Looks really good. A lot of people are saying it's like the best Arise RPG. Sorry, not RPG. Like, it is an RPG, but yeah, they're just saying it's the best Tales of game. That's what I meant to say. Which is cool. I honestly have never played any of them. so I wouldn't really know. And apparently, the sales of that game on Steam, it's like the first day of sales, it's already sold way more than the past two Tales games combined or something like that. I think I'll wait and see on that. But the other reason I was thinking about XCOM was because of that game too.
Come to think of it, I didn't check what the Plus game is this month.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're that great, to be honest. For this month, I'm not really sure. Crap, I'm almost out of health again. We need to come back here with a lot of food in order to really explore it. Okay. Let's head back. Yeah, I remember looking at what was on Plus and I was like, nothing too crazy. I could be wrong though, I don't know. I don't need that stuff. Why? Oh, inventory full. Oh yeah, so I definitely need to make money so I can upgrade my house. The other thing was like stone, I think. That's not too hard to come by, so we'll be fine on that. But we got to think about how are we gonna make some cash. I'm gonna sell some stuff, of course. And once I upgrade my house, I'll have a kitchen, and then I can actually start making food, and that'll be good. Okay, so some of these things we need to drop off at the community center. This here is the pale ale. We need to give that to Pam. She actually might be at the bar. Let's go over there and see if we can find Pam to give her her brewski, her pale ale. Ancient doll. I feel like I found that already. Let's see. Ancient doll. Yeah, we found that. So you can either keep those things or sell them. I don't think they're worth a lot, but if you keep it, you can turn it into an article of clothing. So here's Pam. She wanted this. Here you go. Give me that. Slurp. Ah, that's the good stuff. It's real nice and hoppy. Notes of citrus and pine, but with a robust body to keep it grounded. Thanks, kid. This means a lot to me. I knew I could count on you. There you go. So I think we've got some money from that. There you go, 350. Not a terrible a lot of money, but you know, every little bit counts. I'm actually forgetting about this 24 eggs. I'll have to keep on top of that. A melon. Demetrius wants a melon. And Marnie wants amaranth, but Marnie isn't... Wait, why is there a question mark in this fridge? What's this all about? Never seen that before. Oh, what the hell? Oh, we can store stuff here? Wow, that's new. Okay. Or maybe we have to put something in there? Oh, yeah, the omelet. 24 eggs, I see. Okay, that's where we put the eggs. Interesting. Getting late. Let's go to bed so we don't forget. Oh, there's some stuff here. And then after Tokyo Game Show, there really isn't any other big game thing, I guess, right? Maybe the Game Awards, I guess? That's kind of like towards the end of the year.
Game Awards.
Yeah, November, or that happens like in the fall, I guess, like late into the fall. Game Awards, yeah, you can expect some juicy stuff there, I guess, right? Jeff Keighley always has one or two things up his sleeve. Okay, so we're sleeping. When is Evo? Do you think we'll see Street Fighter 6 at Evo? Maybe a little tease. Hey Bo, just wanted to let you know about a new item I'm carrying. It's called the wood chipper. You can use it to break hardwood into several pieces of regular wood. I know wood can be hard to come by in the winter.
Or you mean CPT?
Yeah, wait, did online Evo like the, oh shit, look at this. I remember this from before. See that creepy little creature? It's somebody that we can actually befriend. Okay.
Evo Online happened already.
Did it? Wow, I completely forgot. Never mind then. Well, what about CPT? I guess I wasn't fully paying attention to Evo Online. Just because, I don't remember it all too much. Just because, yeah, it's almost everything else that surrounds Evo that I really kind of remember is like, you know, when it's not online, when it's, you know, live on location in Vegas. Oh shit, I forgot to say hi to my chickens. Well, let's just do this part first. Snow yam. Oh, there's actually something we can do up here while we wait for some of these stores to open up. Okay. What do we need to drop off? Okay, not there. Not there. Okay. One of these and one of these. Nice. Bundle complete. Seeds. Okay. What's this? Exotic bundle. Coconut, cactus, purple mushroom, morel, and pine tar. I thought I may have gotten some pine tar. Oh, maybe not. And 10 pieces of hardwood. We're actually pretty close to finishing this. 10 pieces. I think we have 10 pieces of hardwood. And we just gotta get one of these things. I think someone else wanted amaranth. No, not here. Nope. Rabbit's foot. I gotta find a rabbit's foot. Purple mushroom. Nope. 99 slime. I feel like I'm getting close to that. 99 slime. Okay. Find the shadowy figure. gotta head back and store some stuff. Yeah, I think that's the closest place. It's always a good idea to leave some treasure chests around town, so long as it doesn't obscure the walking path of any of the NPCs. Those are the footprints of that shadowy figure, by the way. We'll investigate that a little later. Oh wait, there's more letters? Hey kid, here's a recipe for a little treat my pappy used to make. Cook it slow. Cheese cauliflower? Hey, I got a little challenge for you. Catch me a squid. You can find them from the center, from the ocean at night. They only show up in the winter though. Okay. Okay. We're just trying to organize all our stuff here. Got so much crap. Winter seeds. We might need to make another chest to dump all this, like, all these wild things that we're finding. Just wondering. Maybe I'll sell them. Well, let's just dump them here for now. Because like I said, I do need to make the cash. But let's head over back the way we came. Got some stuff, more stuff to do in town. And once you get a horse and you level up and you fix up the track system, the minecart system, it's a lot easier to get around town. But back to the Sony thing, as I was saying, in the middle, the whole middle part was largely forgettable, personally, for me. And then towards the end, they really kind of made up for lost ground, and they really kind of, you know, kicked into high gear. Of course, we talked about Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, all of that is very exciting. God of War, I still have to finish God of War, actually. That's something I could look into playing, but that's gonna have to wait until I probably get my PS5. I'm still kind of like looking for one, and of course my PS4 is the digital only version, thanks to an accident or something happened to it. I don't know. I'm just playing digital only games now. I'm only buying them, or rather, I'm only buying games digitally. What is this thing? Let's just put it here. I'm not really sure what it is. Crow. Okay, sure. There's Jasmine. Okay, someone wanted amaranth. The lady at the farm. Is that still a thing? Does she still need that? Oh, yeah. Let's head on over there. Yeah, God of War. I have to say that God of War game, like, it looked good, but to be honest, it didn't look like head over heels much better than the last one, to be honest. And I guess that's part of the problem of it being a oh, she's not here? Ah, crap. A cross-gen game, right? They just simply didn't really, you know, get the most out of the PS5. You know, we've gone over that.
That's the nature of cross-gen games.
Yeah, we've gone over that before. It sucks, but at the end of the day, they're probably, you know, Sony made that calculation that it was probably better. It was probably better for them to get a game out sooner, get a game out for more consoles than just the one, and make some money off of it. And you know, there'd be complaints, but they must have come to the conclusion that they were gonna weather the storm of the complaints and just carry on. So we'll see how that plays out for them. I feel like, you know, obviously graphics are super important, especially when it comes to selling a new console. But at the same time, a lot of people, we all know that lots and lots of people play games with shitty graphics. I'm playing one now. No, the graphics aren't bad in this game, but you know, it's not the be-all end-all. So we'll see how it works out. I mean, personally for me, I'm not terribly interested in playing the new God of War game on the PS4, despite the fact that that's all I have. I would rather just wait until I get a PS5. Okay, so what are we doing here? Gotta make some cash. Let's think about the ways we can make some money here. Okay, so we've got these casks. We can make beer. I think beer is probably the easier thing to make. Wine, I think, takes several days, almost like a month or something, even though the return is pretty good. Let's sell this one bottle of wine and see how much money we get. Let's sell this one bottle of wine. Sell that ancient doll, sell that. Okay. So okay, we can take this salmon berry and let's turn it into jam. And yeah, we have hops here. Let's make some pale ale out of the hops. Beer, I think, is made much faster, but yeah, how much does it cost to make these things? What do I need? We can start building up an industry here. Let's see, what do I need for this? Copper bar, iron bar, oak resin, and wood. So I don't think I have iron bars. Oh, we can make them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can only make one iron bar. You need 5 of these ores plus 1 piece of coal. Let's just make one of these. So just stick it in there, and then there. Okay, what else can we make? Or let's see. Okay, blackberries probably are good for jam. Let's just sell, let's keep the gold ones. Actually, let's keep the gold ones. What else? The grapes I'm going to use for wine. But let's sell the gold grapes. And 5 pumpkins. Corn. Let's get some eggplants to sell. Green beans. Sell some of those babies. What else do we got down here? Got a lot more grapes actually. Here, let's make that 5. And like I said, the wine, I'm gonna make the grapes into wine, but it takes a long time and I'd rather wait until I get more casks. 10 pumpkin, 11, let's just sell some of those. 10 tomatoes. Sell that 1 gold radish. Spiceberry, sunflower. Sunflower I believe we can give as gifts. Cranberry. Bok choy. Corn. Sell some of these. Blueberries can be turned into jam and stuff. Let's just make it 10. Blackberry, let's just get down to 10 on that. A lot of hot peppers. Okay. Let's see how much money we make from all this. And then we can take a look at our fish too. See some fish that we can sell. Okay. Let's take a look at the fishies. Oh, there's the copper bar. Again, we're gonna have to go into the mine to get some of the better material. So 3. Yeah, I like to have some fish just in stock because occasionally there's like quests where people request various kinds of fish, and then it's good just to have some on us. So, okay, let's leave it at that. What else do we got? Oh wow, only 38 slime. I need to have 100 or 99 slime. Definitely have to go back down into the mines, but we need to have food, so to really get the most out of it. Let's sell the 6 gold star mayonnaise. Damn, we got hot peppers all over the place. Let's just grab more of this stuff. I don't think we need to have so much. I saved it because you can give it as a gift. Okay. Oh wait. These glasses and junk here, don't need it. Sea urchins, let's sell those seeds. Oh, not the amaranth, crap. Get that back. Okay. Here's a scarecrow we can put somewhere. I really don't know where I want to put it. Let's just put it here for now. Okay, so what else are we gonna do? We might as well cut some of these big pieces of hardwood. We need to collect that too. And they're in the way. Did I say hi to my chickens? Can't remember. My chickens and my duck. Hey, look, the duck grew up. Look, it's big now. And I need to drop off a duck egg into the community center, so we'll do that. This is the duck egg. It's slightly brown. We'll make the mayonnaise. Oh, okay. And yeah, I'm actually realizing that I forgot I was supposed to save some eggs for one of those like challenge things, but I forgot. Okay. Let's chop this hardwood. This is the space that I'm going to make my farming area next year. Because this is the soil that you can put sprinklers into, and I wasn't able to really get a lot of good use out of it because of the big hardwood logs that I wasn't able to break until now. So I can do that now. But there's really no point in clearing out this, like really planning out this space right now. We're in the early part of winter, so we'll have to wait till the next season. And it's 5:50. We're just gonna look for ways to kill time until the next day, and then we'll try and head into the mines if I remember. Well, actually, let's look at all this space I cleared out too. It'll be good to have this open space to plan out and move these buildings around. You can do that. You can move them around, put them in a better place. Sell some of these eggplants. What else? Good enough. And yeah, winter's a good time to do some organizing and stuff. Yeah, that's the really funny, or maybe you don't want to call it funny. Maybe it's like the unfortunate thing about this gaming generation is that you know, for the early parts, the first 2 to 3 years are sort of like, you know, some compromises are gonna have to be made in order to make these games cross-gen. So, you know, when are we gonna see some truly next-gen games that are completely dedicated? Oh crap! Did you see that? I looked in the garbage and that guy got angry. Whoops! I forgot. I was distracted by talking. Yeah, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? A part of me thinks that Sony is, or Sony and Xbox for that matter, they're kind of expecting this generation to go for a really long time, like maybe 10 years instead of 8 years, 7 to 8 years. Maybe they're expecting it to go on longer. But at least Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine are, I think they've already said that it's going to be a completely PS5 only game. So that's pretty cool. Oh shit, I was supposed to put the duck egg. Let's go back. You can do that. There's time. Let's check in here. And they actually released a picture of Thor on Twitter, like how Thor is going to look in God of War, and he's a fat ass. In the new God of War game, he's like fat, but I'm like, I'm already reading some like complaints like, oh, why is he fat? Blah blah blah. But I'm like, whatever, it's cool. Like at least it's an original design, you know. He's not like this super buff guy. And he's probably going to be incredibly badass, so, you know, that's fine and by my books. Alright, we're supposed to go down here. Oh yeah, the duck egg. There we go. So, milk, goat milk, or wool. Those are the things I need. But I don't plan on making a barn.
People are probably comparing it to MCU Thor.
Yeah, although he was fat once too. Yeah, I mean that's the main frame of reference for Thor, and I suspect that that's kind of also why they made him fat, right? Because they wanted to sort of jostle people's expectations. You know, everyone's expecting a certain kind of look for Thor thanks to the MCU, but that's just one depiction of Thor. And in order to make like their stamp on the character, they needed to do a swerve. I think it's gonna play out pretty well. I have to say though that when I think it was God of War 2, when they introduced Hercules, like again, that's another thing where it's like, oh man, Hercules, that's so cool. Like, what's that gonna be like? Or was it 2 or 3? But it was largely forgettable, to be honest. The encounter with Hercules, I beat his ass pretty hard, pretty swiftly, and then went on with my life. It wasn't as epic an encounter as I was expecting. Really, it was Zeus. Zeus was a good fight in God of War 3. So yeah, hoping that they're gonna deliver a nice juicy battle with Thor. That'll be cool. Oop, it's 12. Let's be safe and head back. Don't want to be caught out again. Get scammed. Wow, it's so dark. It feels darker than normal. Let's see what this is. that. Let's sell this fish. What kind of fish is it? It's nothing that I need. Birch? Oh, the wood. I need to drop off that wood. Perch. Chub. Got a chub. I don't think we need that. Okay. And it's so funny. I keep on saying I'll go to sleep, and then I do other stuff. Okay, let's drop off these bars, this coal, the rocks we put in here. Okay, sleep time. 1 o'clock. So as far as Sony first party studios, which studios do we not know what they're doing? We don't have information yet as to their next game. I guess on Naughty Dog, we don't know. Who else? Sucker Punch, we don't know. They just released the Tsushima DLC. And if you look at Sucker Punch in terms of their production, like with PS4, they had a launch game, right? They released Infamous Second Son. And then it was like radio silence for a very, very long time. Well, there was the standalone expansion. Let's just put that there for now. Cutlass, Steel Axe, Rod, Scythe. Just stick to these. Put it here. We're gonna go into the mines this time. Let's just get some food. We need some food. Let's eat the cake. I wanted to save the cake as a gift, but it's better off just being eaten so we can survive. Let's get some more food. That's the main way you're gonna survive in the dungeon, is just having a bunch of stuff to eat, really. Let's see, what else is good? It's gonna give us good health and energy. Pumpkins? Oh, you can't eat pumpkins. Alright. Okay, I'll take 2 of those. And shit, I don't know. Well, let's just get some corn. Alright. Alright. Let's put this geode. Oh, we can just bring it. Okay. So we're gonna head bright and early to the caves. Ho ho ho. Excuse me, yawning. Two crystal fruit. And then there's studios like Media Molecule. We don't know what they're going to be doing next. We'll drop that off. Okay. Let's see how far we can go. We got a decent amount of food on us. Team Asobi, yeah. That's true. They're like the one remaining Japanese studio, Sony-owned Japanese studio left, so yeah. Who knows what they're gonna be doing. And will they be focusing on a VR game or something? I don't know. The big heavy hitters are, of course, Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch, I guess. They're the big ones. But, you know, generally speaking... Blue Point, yep. Generally speaking, I feel like the Sony's devs, they really only get out 2 games per generation, right? When you look at, with the exception of Insomniac now, when you look at like last gen, Naughty Dog got out Uncharted 4 and Last of Us 2, and then there was one piece of standalone expansion content for Uncharted 4. And I think you can say the same thing about Guerrilla. They got out Killzone Shadowfall or something like that. And then there was obviously Horizon Zero Dawn. And then there was an expansion for Horizon. And also Guerrilla had a second studio which made a VR game. But it wasn't like the main Guerrilla, I guess you could say. Yeah, so... I mean, when you're only expecting 2.5 to 3 possibly games per generation, like, it's pretty interesting to think about what's left, right? Like a Naughty Dog game. We could expect 2 Naughty Dog games, but we haven't even heard about one yet. Like even just one. And then of course, that's why I feel like the acquisition of Naughty Dog was so clutch. They're just pumping out the content, and they always end up, they're like highly rated, like games that sell super well. So yeah, it was like a really good pickup for Sony to finally put a ring on it, so to speak. Ooh, look at my health, it's down. My energy. Well, you know what I need to do is, I should really improve my pickaxe. It's the standard pickaxe. And that'll help in terms of like conserving energy to go down deeper into the mines. But I really want to improve my house first. So we'll do that, and then we'll fix up the axe. Because at the end of the day, I really do need to get down further into this mine and get better material. Rare disc? I've never seen that, or maybe I have. Sounds interesting. Let's take a look at that. Rare disc. Oh well, you can't read it. Gunter has to tell me about it. I mean, so, like, if the pattern holds, Guerrilla will release Horizon, and that's like a cross-gen game, and then, you know, you only have one other game to expect from them this generation. That sounds really bad. That sounds kind of crappy, right? But it could happen. It could happen. Like, one game in the beginning, and then one game at the end of the gen. Maybe 3, just because it's a cross-gen game, so, and they're kind of getting used to making games on PS5 now. But we'll see. I don't know. You know, the way Guerrilla talked about Killzone Shadowfall was like it was just this necessary step that they had to take to essentially build the engine for Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, they kind of knew it wasn't even going to be great. That's kind of what it sounded like. And it was just a means of getting used to the hardware, so I don't know. I don't know if like we're kind of seeing another similar situation with Forbidden West. I mean, it's cross gen, but maybe they're kind of like doing things in that game that they're just gonna try and get used to working on the system. I should actually watch the those interviews that they had after the event with Herman Hulst and stuff. It sounded like he was trying to reassure people, like it's gonna be a PS5 game. Like it'll look like a PS5 game. You won't be disappointed. Okay. Ooh, we got a dwarf scroll. How's our health? Okay, good. And what time is it? 4:10. All right, not bad. Game time, that is. Maybe we'll get a Naughty Dog game announced like mid-gen. And you know, with the announcement of Spider-Man, that was 2023, right? And you have to expect that Wolverine is gonna be after that, so 2024, 2025. That's crazy. Here's a question: Do you think Wolverine will come out first, or Starfield? That's the Sony, or sorry, the Microsoft Bethesda RPG. What's gonna come out first, Wolverine or Starfield? Starfield was announced like 2 years ago, and by all accounts, it's still gonna take some time for it to come out. And we all know how prolific Insomniac is. So I don't know, it could be a close race in terms of which one's gonna come out first. Ooh, gotta take a look at her health. Eat this corn. Raw corn. Just eat it. Delicious. More of these cranberries. Delicious. Okay. You gotta take the stairs, and whenever you see it, you just want to kind of get down as fast as possible. And I say that, but I saw some stairs, but I also want to explore a little here. Because see those barrels and crates? It's possible that those might have something good in them. Nothing. Crap. Copper ore. How's her health? Pretty good still. Okay, let's get out of here. Go down. Ooh, look at this. Shoes. Tundra Boots. You received Tundra Boots. Let's put those on. Hopefully they're better. +3 defense and Tundra Boots. +2 defense and +1 immunity. Well, we'll try it out. It's not necessarily better, but we'll try it out. We can actually go up now, because this is a midway point, and we can just drop off some stuff that we don't need. Make some space. And we don't have any more food, so we're not really going to be able to get... Oh, we got some food. Floor 50. Okay, we've got ghosts now. Look at this ghost. Look at this combat. Better than The Witcher. 14? Wait, is that good? 12. How tough are these guys? Man, I gotta get better weapons. Dang. Whoa, that was a weird sound effect. Okay, let's get down. And it's 8:40. What time is it in real life? 5:14. Okay, I gotta get something to eat at some point. I've been playing for 2 hours and 30 minutes, so not bad. We'll still go on for a little while longer. Personally, I'd really like to see another From Software exclusive. That would be really cool. Just because I feel like, you know, Demon Souls obviously kickstarted like a revolution, and then Bloodborne is like an all-time great. And, you know, it seems like whenever they partner up together, something really great comes out of it, and I'd like to see that again. And you know, there was some people who were disappointed that there wasn't a Bloodborne 2 or a Bloodborne remake or whatever, but yeah, personally for me, I'd rather see something new. And yeah, Mojo and Bacon, they also mentioned something along those lines too. It's just yeah, I'd rather see new things. That's why Dark Souls 2 and even Dark Souls 3 were just a little less interesting to me than had it been like a new game. Oh boy, let's get down. Okay, nice, we've reached another floor. Pretty good. It's 11:10, so we definitely don't want to stay out too long. Let's take this. Okay, yeah, let's just take it. If you pay attention to the weather report in this game, it kind of hints at if you're going to have luck finding the ladders quickly. It says like if you're going to have a lucky day, that means that you're going to get the ladders far quicker. Okay, it's 12. Oh, shit. There's some nice stuff, but let's just get out of here. Let's not risk it. We'll be a little safe. Okay, so what are we gonna take and what are we gonna drop off? What are important things? Anything that we can have to give to Gunther, anything... Let's see. The ore is also very important, the wood. The coal. Okay, that's enough. We'll get this crystal fruit. Alright, let's head back. So there's a farm. When you start the game, you can choose what kind of farm that you want to have. And I chose the beach for the first time. It was a new thing as far as like the most recent update was the farm one. Sorry, the beach one. But there's one that's like called like Dark Forest or something along those lines. And then you... if you build your farm there, it'll spawn enemies at night in your farm area. Like right now, there would be... I'd have to battle. Okay, I'm forgetting myself. It's 1 o'clock. Let's head back quickly. Let's head back quickly into here. Maybe we'll pass one more day and then we'll call it. And then I'm gonna get something to eat. Let's see. Let's drop off all of this stuff. Toggle. Add to existing stacks. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, not that. We gotta give that to Gunther. Gold ore. We need more gold ore. Okay. Dwarven scroll. Oh, go. Gunther can tell me about that. How many of these golden sun essence things do we need to drop off? Wait, No. Oh, this is the vault. Ah, crap. Crap. Menus. Bulletin board, vault, boiler room. Oh, okay, just one. Okay, we can drop that off and that'll be complete and that'll be good. Pale ale. Let's make more beer, I guess. Let's you can do wheat. I think wheat will be the fastest and we can sell it.
I just got back from groceries.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. What are we making? Let's make beer. One moment. Alright, got a phone call. Oh shit, don't throw that away. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna make some beer. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna complete this day and then I'll try and find something to eat. Get something to eat. The hoe. There we go. I'm not too crazy about wintertime in this game. It's just a little, you know, like the colors. It's not as bright and vibrant as it is in the rest of the seasons. And also, I find winter to be kind of depressing, anyways, in real life. So seeing it in a game is not too exciting to me. But anyways, I spend most of my winter in this game in the caves, and you can actually just sleep, eh? You can just pass the time by just sleeping through the entire month. I think see, look at that. This is Krobus. Shadow guy. Eep, you caught me. I'm sorry. Take it. It looks so valuable, I couldn't help myself. No, we got something. You received a magnifying glass. You now have the ability to find secret notes. These notes reveal rare and useful information and can be reviewed in your collections tab. So that's a character that we can befriend, and yeah, he's like this weird creature, shadow creature, and there are like unusual creatures in this game. There's even like goblins and witches and stuff. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh yeah. We are gonna wait to drop off some stuff. First we're gonna... It's 8:40. This place only opens at 9, so we gotta wait. It doesn't take too much time to pass. It's 8:50 now, see? Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Get into here. Okay, process. Got quite a few geodes. I'm not sure if I found that before. Opal. Definitely got that. Not sure about that one. Ooh, that looks new. What is that? Ancient drum. And dumb rocks. Okay, so let's toss the rocks in the trash. I do need to collect rocks, but I don't need them right now. And then this... Oh crap, we have a whole lot more. Okay, first we're gonna drop off some of this stuff to the museum. There's Gunter. He's gonna tell me about this stuff. Donate. I keep all the rocks and minerals in this area of the museum. And this scroll, well, we'll put the scroll there. And this unusual looking thing. I really don't know what it is. Let's just put it there. And a drum. Got a lot of stuff to donate. It's pretty sweet. Oh, nice. Okay, give me my rewards. Rare crow and a drum block. And I think we can get more of this stuff examined. Processed. What? That sucked. Not this one. Okay, that sucked as well. Alright. So Goro, if you're still here, I was wondering, have you ever played Mad Max on the PS4? Or yeah. It came out, I don't know, like 5 years ago or something. Because I'm thinking about playing it. I don't know if it's good or not. I hear it's underrated. The number of skeletons in the caves. Slay 50 of them. You can always accept these stuff and you don't have to do it. How much did it cost to fix my to upgrade my house? I think I have enough now. It's either 10,000 or 100,000. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's stop off over here and drop off some stuff. Nope. Nope. Apples. I might actually have 3 apples. Oh yeah, duck feather. Ah, shit. I had one of these aquamarine things, but I donated it to the museum. Oh well. Or no. I think I still might have it. Okay, that's... Okay. Okay, this thing goes here. Nice. Oh, we did it all. The minecarts are now repaired. Small magnet ring slightly increases your radius for collecting items. Yeah, so this is the first time I've finished an entire wing of the community center, so this is new here. We are the Junimos, keepers of the forest. That's their own secret language. It could be translated. I think he's gonna give me a star or something. Let's see. Yay! Oh no, he puts the star up here. Woohoo! Now he follows me around. Let's take a quick look here. Anything else? Okay, none of these need to be dropped off. You can put this ring on. Might as well. Yeah, so nothing else I need to drop off. So when I sleep, it's going to... You're gonna see like a... kind of like a cinematic... I guess we can head back into the... Oh crap, I don't have enough food. Oh yeah, I was gonna see... I always forget what I want to do. I always get distracted, just like when I was playing Yakuza. I wanted to see how much it costs to fix up this place. Hey Abigail, another year is almost over. Uh, 10,450 pieces of wood. I've got the money. I don't know if I have the wood, so we can do that. We can do that. have any water? Oh crap. Gotta drop off some stuff. Then the clay, the metal, and pyrite. This place is Scarecrow here. Don't really need to have it anywhere in particular right now. And where's our axe? Okay. Back to chopping wood. Apparently the demo for Lost Judgment 2 is available on the Japanese PSN. People have already been noticing some improvements that they've made to the game. Like the sneaking and the chasing, they've made some changes to it, which is pretty interesting. You know, in the old Yakuza games, the chases were never my favorite thing to do. So I'm surprised that they put it in this new game, in Judgment. Let's take one of these coffees. It increases your speed here. Ooh, faster now. Aw, it went into the water. I forgot about that. Should really cut this way. And I'm just trying to make sure the space is kind of cleared out for the next season. I could actually start to build the fencing and set up the sprinkler system. I could do that as well. So just so that we're ready for the next season. Because this is the actual, like, the only area on the beach map where you can plant. Sorry, not plant. Where you can place a sprinkler system. The farm area that I already have used, I've been using. Let's see, I can actually zoom out. Where is it? Zoom level. Yeah, let's see. I can zoom out a bit. The farm up here, this whole plot of land is actually not really good to grow your crops because you can't place sprinklers. Oh shit, look at my health. Starting to feel exhausted. Let's head to the sauna, the bathhouse. Let's zoom back in. I'm not used to playing so zoomed out. Although a lot of people do play that way just so they can see everything. Whoa, you can zoom in a lot. There you go. Wait, did it save? Oh, that's the UI. There we go. Let's zoom out just a little bit. There's Linus. What's he been up to? Here, have an acorn. Oh, he doesn't like acorns? I thought he'd like them. Oh well. So, I wonder how much wood I have actually. 271? Hopefully that's enough between all the wood that I have from before and now to upgrade the house. Probably not going to have much time to cut more trees. It's already 7:10 p.m. Game time, that is. And yeah, we'll finish up this day, cut some more trees, and then I'll rest. And then that'll be it for today. Get my axe ready. All these little trees are growing. It's going to be really crowded there once they're fully grown, but we'll deal with that later. Damn, where's some more trees? Okay, here. A lot of trees. It's not really a good idea to cut the little ones. You kind of want them to grow into full-grown trees, but sometimes they're kind of in your way and you need to clear out some space. And it's also a good idea to leave the stump. I believe if you leave the stump, there's a better chance of like more acorns or more seeds being spread out. This is a hardwood. We don't need the hardwood necessarily, but we'll do it. Always got to keep an eye on the time. I was watching Majin Obama like earlier this morning. Actually, it was a VOD. He was the stream was already over. I was just watching the archive, but he was fishing in Japan. It was really cool, actually. It was like one of those kind of like man-made ponds that you see in anime sometimes, or even in Persona 5, I believe they had the fishing pond there. It's kind of like a squared off little area, and they put the fish, the fish are like what's the word? The fish are intentionally placed there so they're not wild fish. That's the word I'm looking for. It looked pretty interesting, although it seems like most people just catch and release. They're not like you're not really supposed to take them home, although you can pay to do that. But because of that, it seems like the fish there are like super crafty and smart. They know how to get the food to grab the bait off the hook and not get hooked themselves. And the bait itself that they give you at that place, it seems like it's like this weird mushy paste that's probably made from bugs and worms and other stuff like that. It's like this mushy paste that you just kind of smear on your hook. But also, like that kind of stuff, it seems like it's really easy to come off the hook without the fish getting latched onto it. right? So the fish are just really smart. They're used to this by now, and they're able to just grab the food, the bait, and then bounce. So Majin Obama only got like one fish the very first time. Oh, hey, look at this. See, the Junimos, the forest spirits, are fixing up the cart system. So now we actually have a way to fast travel around. I can actually show that a little bit really quick. Let's see that. Some jam. Yeah, the very first time, his first cast, he put like just a little bit on the hook, and I think that's the trick, right? Just a little bit on the hook, that such that it kind of attaches onto the hook better, and the fish gets caught up on it. Because every other time he put more and more bait on, and it was just so easy for the fish to get off of it, to get it off and then run away or swim away. Okay, so yeah, see, we can fast travel into the mine. Boom, just like that. Or we can fast travel to the town. Boom, just like that. So that's really convenient now. Bus stop. And yeah, I'd like to fix the bus too, because that takes you to other places, other cities, or just one that I know of so far. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me today. I'm gonna get something to eat, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you later. Bye bye. Whee!